What am I doing? I got an issue. I'm supposed to fly to Italy for a conference tomorrow. My IRS hit me and took all my money. I need you guys to donate. I need to get on that flight. My flight is paid for and everything. I need to get that. I need pocket money. So help Uncle Fernando. I need at least $300 on my PayPal. I got nothing. I was maxed out. This is part of the retrograde. I cannot believe this. It's terrible. It's terrible. I'm going to do the conference and I'm going to deliver it to you guys for free. Help me get there. Everything is paid for, everything is done, but my fucking student loan, I cannot, that fucking retrograde. Really, bitch? Took everything. So I need that. So guys, help me out. Donate. I need at least 300, 500 would be better. So I can have money to get to the conference. And I'm going to offer the conference live stream from Southern Italy for free for you guys. Okay? So I need, and I'm going to do it through Instagram. But this is that's fucked up. So guys, I'm beginning a new series after I finish the Pisces, Lilith and Pisces. A lot of you wanted the cusp. All of you wanted Pluto. So I'm gonna do both for you. I'm gonna do the cusp and I'm gonna do Pluto. And I'm gonna do them both at the same time. I'm gonna do this all night because I need that money so that I can get on that plane. This is fucked up. But this is Saturn in Aries, deposited in the third house. And I share this with you because I want to be transparent. If I'm helping you evolve, you need to know that I'm not perfect and that I also am put through trials and shit. I got Saturn too. Just because I'm a high priest and a great astrologer doesn't exempt me from having to go through the same trials and bullshit that all of you go through. And I share that with you so you can see how I handle it. Okay? I can always hustle the money and steal the money and do what I do. But I want to do that at 52 years old. So, guys, I'm delivering content. You are the ones that can help me get there. This is now you're in power now. If I'm not on that conference, it's because I didn't get the money to get there. And I'm gonna be there with or without you, but I prefer. Well, I don't know if I can do it without you. Cause at this point, the universe puts you, and I have to talk about this because many of you probably have been in that same situation where you plan things, you got money, everything is paid for, I did everything. I'm Virgo, I'm very meticulous, but then things like this happen. And oh my God, and then what do you do? How do you handle it? Because 25% of life is what happens to you. But the other 75% of life is how you respond. So here I am in a situation where I have to respond. I need you guys. I need you. If this conference is to take place tomorrow, you will be helping me financially get there. This is something that my managers and the IRS just hit me and just took everything. I'm like, what? Thank God I booked my flight, my Airbnb, and everything. I'll be in Puglia, southern Italy, and then North Carthage. My flight leaves tomorrow. So guys, help me out. I need you. I need you. Uncle Fernando needs you. Okay? And I'm going to do this. I'm going to deliver the conference to you for free. The live stream from Southern Italy. I'm also, for those of you who donate and help me get there, I'm going to give you 3 of my classes for free. 3 of my classes. I'm not going to give you 5 or 6. Because even if I wanted to give it to you for free, I got to make sure that you can handle the information. I got to be careful because this is very powerful information. So I have to make sure that you can handle it. So I might even give you 1 video for free because of your donation, as a courtesy because I need it now. Or maybe 2. I don't know if I'm going to do 3 because I got to know who I'm sending these videos to. These are my class school videos. So when you do donate at PayPal, I'm going to see who it is. And then I will be sending you the videos to Linda Green. But then I need to talk to you to find out if you can handle those videos. And I'm not charging you. I'm giving it to you because I need this kind of assistance. I took 5 minutes to describe this, and I'm going to make up the 5 minutes as I discuss Lilith and Pisces. But I'm in a bad situation, and you're my subscribers. Without you, I'm nobody. I mean, it's a two-way street. So help your uncle get where he needs to be, and I will be sending you my live stream videos from Southern Italy tomorrow. Okay, and I'm gonna send you a 1 or 2 video of my classes for free for those of you who donate. I need that. Thank you. So now, without further ado, let's talk about Lilith in Pisces, and that's the Aquarian man. Everybody, I want you to take a look at this man. This men and women will go for this. Will hit that. You know, listen. No, he didn't want to come over. I'm trying to get you all to know who he is. Aquarius, the Aquarian man, you gotta love him. But you know, he runs. Lilith in Pisces. Lilith in Pisces. Oh my God. It's a dream. A dream. Lilith in Pisces. You don't want the party to end when you have Lilith in Pisces. Hasta que no puedo más. This is such a Pisces song. Oh, years of abuse. And I also have a deviated septum too. It's not what you are thinking that way. I mean, I do, but not in the air and not this frequency. This is really an anatomical situation. But understand, when you're born with Lilith in Pisces, you don't want the party to end. You want to continue having sex all day, all night, drugging and drinking and smoking, puffing and sniffing all night long. The party keep going. Hasta que no puedo más. The beat. You know about the beat. That. Cante bailo. Lilith in Pisces. The sin. Understand that Pisces was debauchery. Excess of a good thing. Too much of a good thing can kill you. Too much of a good thing can kill you. Sometimes with Pisces, you know no bounds. You know no limitations. So the dream continues. It's endless with Lilith in Pisces. Lilith in Pisces represents the dreams, the fantasies, the utopia, focused on a never-ending infinity where there's so much desire and so much play. You don't even want to be on the earth. You feel outside of the earth. With Lilith and Pisces, there is a form of a hologram that's created. A separate hologram. Uh, in which the person insulates themselves in their own bubble. Yeah. And in that bubble, they create a life of their own that is really important. They create a life of their own in which they are protected. Alice in Wonderland. Do you all remember the fairy tale Alice in Wonderland? Alice in Wonderland is Lilith in Pisces. Alice in Wonderland is a Pisces movie. And the desires and fantasies and passions that you live inside, you bring them out and you see the object of your own fantasies. You see the results of your carnal desires and your inner yearnings and feelings. What you feel becomes externalized as quantitative entities that represent the psyche of who you are. Different aspects of scenarios and of case studies within your own life are just aspects of a puzzle that composes your psyche. Lilith in Pisces. Your reality. Well, let's talk about the Wizard of Oz. Remember the Wizard of Oz? Well, what's her name? Uh, um, Dorothy gets hit in the head and goes into a dream state. And every single one of her family members, Auntie M, remember? The uncle and the three uncles. There was the scarecrow, the tin man, and the lion. These were her family members that she knew in the waking life. But in the dream state, they became other figures. They became other characters. They seemed quite different, but at the same in appearance and in morphology. But the personalities that the lion, the tin man, the scarecrow, and even the wicked witch of the east and the good witch of the west, Linda. Remember Linda? The good witch of the west, of the east. The bad witch was the one of the west. Okay? They were all people that she knew in her waking life. She saw one aspect of them in her waking life, but they became something else in her sleep state. What she saw another aspect of their psyche, personified as animals or as witches or even elements of nature. The Wizard of Oz was a splendid work of art as a film because it described the subconscious and the consciousness as they work in unison, and how it can distort reality when the primal desires and natures of the ego are suppressed to the point where it distorts reality. And then it comes out in dreams. It comes out in circumstantial situations where the universe tries to correct the pathology of your own mind and making by putting together a mosaic of images in your psyche that personify your true case and true reality, even though he doesn't expose it openly, but symbolically, allegorically, and metaphorically. Lilith in Pisces. So basically, what we see here with Lilith in Pisces, we see and witness a certain degree of extremism, a certain degree of high exalted fantasy of the potential of what could be. And if that doesn't happen, then there is no life and imagination with those born with Lilith in Pisces. Oh, the beat. Da, 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 da. That's one aspect of Lilith in Pisces. Another aspect of Lilith in Pisces is the the abandonment of ecstasy, which leads to debauchery. When you're born with Lilith in Pisces, you seek immediate and instant gratification. to the point of exhaustion. Exhaustion. Okay? Because of the need not to experience the end, because of the fear of losing or seeing the dissolution of your ideals. These people can, for years, endure strange conditions, states of being, things and experiences that are not even connected to Earth. With Lilith in Pisces, you have a desire. I have to go to this process. Gotta go to the involuntary nervous system. There's nothing you can do to control it. You have to let it go. Okay. With Lilith in Pisces is good though. With Lilith in Pisces, you wish for, long for things of the past. Things of the past that you are not going to see again. An example, Atlantis. Atlantis. Atlantis did exist. And wow, why not gonna what a civilization it was. If you'd order my classes, you'll read all about Atlantis because I have it in my school that I offer my classes. But understand that there are. Do you remember the movie Avatar? Now I always make reference to the movie Avatar, right? That's Lilith in Pisces. You see a reality way beyond the current epoch that you're in. And it's beautiful, dreamy, antithetical, imaginary. The kingdom of God has not reached the imagination of man. That's in the Bible. It's in the Genesis and it's in Ecclesiastes. We don't know what it is to be in the presence of the Almighty, or what that is, or what that could be, what that could mean. The ultimate ecstasy is the ultimate knowledge of the Creator, knowing who or she really is, because we don't know. No, we're talking about Gaia. I'm talking about the ultimate source. We don't know what that is. We know of the lower gods, the lesser gods, the demiurgic gods, the creator gods, as they're called. But Lilith in Pisces represents truths and concepts beyond that. Beyond that which we can even postulate or even conceive of in our own dreams and fantasies. Lilith in Pisces. So how does this relate? How does this relate to sexual desires, sexual proclivities? How does this correlate to the sexual evolution and advancement of the men and women born with Lilith in Pisces? Babariba, babariba, babariba. Okay, so understand that with Lilith in Pisces, there is a level of sexual ecstasy, sexual uh, atonement, sexual union or communion that transcends anything that's kinky, perverse, let alone missionary or traditional. With Lilith in Pisces, you'll have sex with a demon, or you'll have sex with an extraterrestrial. And demons, or so-called demons, because they're not demons. I told you that demons and angels don't exist. These are terms that the church ascribed to these beings who are neither of that. These are archons, and there are many legions of them, and hierarchies and gradients of them. Lilith in Pisces makes you want to explore having sex with spirits and demons, incubi, succubus. Lilith in Pisces. Oh, it can get dark real quick with Lilith in Pisces. Bitch be having sex with a fucking demon. An incubus with a dick this long. Or a succubi. Bestiality is another dark aspect of Lilith in Pisces. Having sex with animals. Like they did in Caligula in the dark days. Lilith in Pisces. Sexually, it can get very dark very quickly. And never boring. But more horrific at every turn. Understand that, how can I put it? Because of the need not to experience the end, because of the fear of losing or crumbling of ideals, these people can for years endure a strange state of life that is not of the heaven from the earth kind. They don't have to believe in anything, you know? It is very difficult for everyone that has Lilith in Pisces to accept a difficult situation as it is without experiencing in the process a large psychological shock, after which they usually require a long time to come back to normal, and even that under the condition that a person is strong enough to conquer their own weaknesses. Okay. Otherwise, nervous and psychological conditions are frequent. Hallucinations, drugs and opiates, medicine, anything that will pacify the true pain of the soul that life brought. Drugs become a way to medicate. This is a real situation where now you're going to medicate yourself because you cannot handle the harsh realities of the other worlds that are being presented to you. Instead of accepting and embracing spiritual revelations as a gift, you fear them and fight them. Basically, because you are afraid of your own self, afraid of your own evolution on a higher plane that requires shedding of the old, of the lower nature, and ascribing to a new philosophy that will bring it to a higher level of consciousness. This is not something that people will willingly want to do. Some people embrace it. Other people don't embrace it because they're afraid of what that is, or what that would mean. And there's no way really to get around it but to actually throw yourself into the abyss of experience. And then hopefully you come out unscathed on the other side of the spectrum. With Lilith in Pisces, you can never really be sure. The only thing you can be sure of is that a risk is required. And once you take the risk, you can discover all kinds of hidden treasures. But the real danger with Lilith in Pisces is the fear of not taking the risk. Take the risk and explore your own darkness. Take the risk and explore the heights and hells of sexual taboos, despite the consequences that you have to pay. The Black Dahlia. Remember the Black Dahlia? This woman was killed, mutilated horrifically. She wanted to be an actress, and she fell in the hands of degenerates that destroyed and mutilated this woman to the point that we know about the Black Dahlia today. And the irony is that she wanted to be famous. Well, she got what she wanted, but I didn't think she wanted it in this way. That represents the Black Dahlia represents Lilith in Pisces, the exaltation and ecstasy and love and hungry abandonment, debauchery that you thought that you were going to enjoy and expect turns out to be something else that might very well cost you your life. Ooh. Remember, Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is designed to give you the opposite. She wanted to be an actress and a star and famous. Look what happened to the Black Dahlia. Lilith in Pisces. Mm, the beat. Oh, even though I'm going through a crisis, I gotta get on this plane tomorrow, and I'm just so worried that I'm gonna get there. That I need to. I still have fun. I'll be fuck it and just drop everything and just have myself a good time and drink and fuck it. I mean that's also a measure of strength, and I say that because the opposite polarity of Pisces is Virgo. Virgo, and we're a very tough bunch. But let me tell you, and it takes the logical anchoring of the intellectual faculties of Virgo to bring and regroup Pisces back to a balanced perspective. I'm serious. A balanced perspective. Lilith, Pisces. The Lilith in Pisces women or men are good people, good friends. Even though a lot of times the Pisces woman, not so much the Pisces man, but the Pisces woman can fake the funk. Although she will come across like she's compassionate, but she's being phony, she's being fake. She's not interested in. I mean, I'm not saying that that's true of all women with Lilith in Pisces. But one of the aspects of Lilith in Pisces is that they pretend to care and give compassion for your problems when there really isn't any compassion for you. When it comes to their own shortcomings, the Lilith in Pisces person, when their own shortcomings, they don't own it. They have blockages. There is a great sense of self-deception from the person with Lilith in Pisces. And it may take a lot of people a lot to get that person out of that space. Some of these people can become sociopathic recluse. You know, sensitivity in this area can be very dangerous with the Lilith in Pisces person because it depends on the psychological reaction that they employ. You can't talk to a Lilith in Pisces person about their problems unless they know that they have that. If you introduce a concept of what you think is wrong with them, they will hate you. They'll pretend like they're accepting your suggestion or your diagnosis, but they're gonna hate you and act vindictively against you. The living Pisces person is not concerned with an outside perspective of their flaws or of their shortcomings. They already know that coming in. They don't need you to bring it out of them. And if you do, they can set on a collision course with you to destroy you and smile in your face. A movie that comes to mind is uh, uh, Rocking the Cradle with Rebecca De Mornay. What is it? The Hand That Rocks the Cradle with Rebecca De Mornay. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. You need to watch that movie. That woman had Lilith in Pisces. Rebecca De Mornay, the actress, played this woman who was pregnant and was in an accident, and she lost the baby. And the person that crashed and hit her was a woman that she later went and posed as a nanny to then kill her and the baby, or take the baby, because she was the one that in a crash prior hit her and caused her to lose the baby. So she got on a course to destroy this woman and take her baby because she thought that she took her own baby. This is the delusional, deceptive reality that can occur when you're born with Lilith in Pisces. Self-delusional. The beat. Oh, no puedo. Lilith in Pisces. At worst, Lilith in Pisces can make you a paranoid schizophrenic. And at its best, a redeemed and powerful Christ-like figure. And we're done. Please donate. www.paypal.me/thepeoplesastrologer.com or Venmo, or yeah, that's about it. I love you guys. And now we're going to begin the new series on cusp signs and Pluto.